Life's too short not to laugh.
Yeah.
You do. Well, give us a quick message for Justin and Jason.
Well, I love them both. And I've seen them when they were little, but I've missed them growing up. And I should be still alive to see them before I pass out. God bless.
All right. Nice one. Nice one.
Scott.
Yeah.
And he had this little kitten and under his shirt.
Yeah.
He said, "Look, Mum, what I found. It's been abandoned." And it had little white socks on it. So we called him Socks.
Oh, cute.
And he used to run up Alec's shoulder at night. And Alec
Yeah.
pretended he wasn't taking any notice of him. And Alec would be reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
And he'd want attention.
Yeah.
But he got sick and he got rickets. And we all took days off work and we went over to Waimate
Yeah.
to the vet.
Yeah.
And the vet said, "Well, I'm sorry, he's not going to be any good. We'll give him an injection." But we did lose him.
Yeah.
And Chris cried for about 2 days, feeding his little bowls
Aww.
and everything, and lost a cat because he was sick all the time. He'd only eat ice cream melted
Yeah.
and fillet steak.
There you go.
That's all I used to buy him.
Yeah.
And yeah, and Ken kept saying, "Do you want the bag, Mum? Do you want the bag to get rid of him?"
Yeah.
Ken's not a lover of animals,
Yeah.
but Chris loved animals.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't like that. Anyway, Kate came in one day and she said, "Are you feeding my cat?" And we said, "Not really," but Alec was giving him tidbits. And he used to sit by Alec's chair all the time
Yeah.
when he came in the flat, but he was Burmese.
Oh, they're lovely.
And I think she paid quite a lot for him.
Burmese are really
But he was like
expensive.
a dog because he had a little collar on him and he could trot round, and follow you around.
Perfect.
And your cats know their name and
They do.
yeah. And what do they eat?
They eat dry food. We have lots of dry food, but
Yeah.
they like to eat chicken and fish, and Donatella eats like a horse. She'll eat anything.
Will she?
Yeah. She's
Well,
like a horse.
Will she grab their other bowls and eat what they?
Yeah, she'll
eat?
finish. Yeah, if Sam and Molly walk away, she'll hoover up what they haven't
What
eaten.
they've left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's quite little. She's got a beautiful little kitten face,
Oh.
but she's got like a big fat pig belly tummy because she eats everything. We bought some music for you.
Have you?
Yeah, we bought some CDs for you.
Oh, did you get some CDs?
Yeah, I've got some Maria Callas.
Oh, I like her singing.
I've got some Frank Sinatra,
Oh yeah.
some Mozart.
And are they CDs?
There's CDs you can put in your CD player.
Oh.
And some Bach, bit of classical
Oh,
Bach.
that's nice. Oh, you didn't have to do that.
Oh, it was fun.
God.
So I'm going to keep them here beside your chair.
Oh, that is lovely
I'll just-
of you.
There, that's the
I suppose you
CDs.
don't like that music, do you?
No, I hate it.
Because I used to play it on the piano, and all my music's down at Ken's and Elsie's, and I want it back because I want to give some to Di.
Yeah.
She can play for the oldies over at rest home.
Well, you can play it here in your room.
Yeah. Oh, I can play that.
Of course you can. And so we got some photos done for the fridge.
Did you?
Yeah. So I'm going to write on them and I'm going to put them on the fridge. There is one of Maddie and I,
Yeah.
and then there is one of Justin and Shelley and Mum.
Oh, lovely.
There is one of me in bunny ears and roller skates. And then there is another one of all the grandkids.
All the grandkids.
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely.
But I'll put them on the fridge and I'll write in a pen who they are, so then when people come in, you can show them off.
Oh, that'll be lovely.
What do you reckon?
Scott, you're so thoughtful.
I'm the nice one. you've got good friends like
and
that.
she used to bring meals, frozen meals, and put them in the fridge.
Yeah.
When I gave her a roll of pork once, and I said, look, it's too big for me. And she made it up into about 4 meals for me.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, look, Scott, you couldn't get anybody nicer.
Yeah, beautiful.
Alec just was wrapped, was that, before
Yeah.
he died.
Yeah.
You know, and he said, take them out for a meal, Joan. I took them over to Shamrock one night.
Yeah.
And that was when Ken's kids were little.
Yeah.
And I took John and Di over.
Yeah.
And I've known them all that time.
That's good to have good friends like that.
Yeah, now she's having a do, she told me, in the next week or two, they're going to get me and take me up.
Yeah, I heard at lunch. She said, where's Maria? Hold one moment. Maria. Was it on Messenger maybe? She said, gosh, I was just on a Facebook page called Dam Dwellers. A group for people like your father and Joan who worked in the hydro schemes. Well, there was a notice saying Chris Brady had passed away, notified by his brother Ken. Mum in exclamation points, oh my God, he was about 5 years younger, lovely lad, Jesus. Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh.
Mum said she always liked Uncle Chris.
On the bed.
Oh, it's got a lock on it.
Yeah, the boss went and got Mary Ann, that runs the nursing home, when she found out. And I was due to go to the shops with my friend that takes me, was going shopping. Faye was going to take me to the shops. And the night before I checked my purse and I thought, that's funny. Because 2 or 3 weeks before, I thought I had more change in my little purse.
Yeah.
Because I'm not stupid and I only keep it in the one place all the time.
Yeah.
And I thought, I should have more dollars. I can't tell the difference in the notes, Matt. And I had to get, I change all my money into $10 notes.
That's
and
a good way to
I
do
put a rubber
it.
band around the 100 and another 100. So I thought, that's funny. In the change purse, there was only about $30 left. And I thought I should have 50 or 60 when I come back from shopping. So I told Ken and Elsie, and Elsie said, Joan, you should hide your purse. A lady she knew in another home had it stolen. And I said, oh yeah, so I changed it and I hid my purse over to that cupboard.
Yeah.
Was the sliding doors where some of my clothes are.
Yeah.
And the day before I went shopping, I thought, well, I'll just check, just to feel that there's still left $200 in $100 bundles in my purse, gone.
From the cupboard. Oh.
That was gone. My checkbook and that were there, and that I paid the home and everything. And I rang the bell and absolutely screamed for Andrea that's in charge.
Yeah.
They came down and Mary Ann, the boss, came. She has cameras in the hall and she knows that people come in and out the room.
Yeah.
And she looked about 600 foot of film back, but we think it was somebody on the night shift that's gone raided it while I've been asleep.
Oh.
And I turned over to the wall and it wouldn't be day staff. So
Yeah.
she brought, I saw him one night when he first started in New Zealand, and he was at this place, and there was an old lady sitting there in a chair.
Yeah.
And he patted her on the hand and he said, how old are you, dear? And she says, I'm 104. And he patted her on the head and he said, I think God's forgotten about you. Just 104.
Wow.
And my friend Di has just been up to Proserpine and Early. She's got an old lady up there. I've met her 2 or 3 times, and she's 101.
Wow.
She's deaf and she's blind.
Oh.
And
Has she got her wits about her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Di has a job communicating with her
Okay.
because she can't hear, can't see. Since I've been in Mackay,
Yep.
and she said, Joan, she says, why don't you start a book? And she would tape it or something.
You sure?
I said, oh, I can't. I'm too old now. I can't be bothered.
Yeah. Like an audio book.
I'd be telling a few secrets, wouldn't I?
Well, you might as well tell them now because you're not going to tell them to anyone else.
No, that's right.
Ah,
Oh, your life changes. It zigzags.
it does zigzag.
Yeah. And I was friendly when we had the shop. There was a lovely woman.
Yep.
She was a minister's wife, and I used to take Ken down in this pushchair to visit them and have afternoon tea with them.
Yeah.
And she wrote a little book, Mrs. Ford did, and called it Through Many Doors.
Yep.
And she said in the book, your life changes every 10 years. It does seem to change
Yeah.
and alters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about every 10 years, but definitely changes.
What's your favourite 10 years?
So you never know what's round the corner for you, do you?
What's your favourite 10 years?
My favourite 10 years?
Yeah.
I loved an Ota Matata.
What's that?
When I went back, we
Yeah.
lived at the little house on the prairie, Alec used to call it.
Okay.
Like that thing in Telly. We
Yeah.
lived up the hill, and Alec always said we lived in God's ear.
Yeah. I love it.
And then I worked in the telephone exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to walk to work.
Did you enjoy working there?
And yeah, I loved it. And when the snow was on the ground and the windows were open at night, some of the people were having parties, and I could hear old Pat O'Leary, an Irishman, had a beautiful voice, singing as I was going to work with my little overnight bag. I was trotting past his house,
Yeah.
going to work on the telephone exchange, and heard old Pat singing, and I think, oh boy, I wish I was in there with them having a party.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
no, it was lovely.
And how long were you at the telephone exchange for?
20 years all told,
Okay.
and I got a lovely send-off in Christchurch.
Yeah. Did they get you a gift?
They had a big trestle table full of presents,
Yeah.
and I got a silver tray
Yeah.
with it had from the management and engraved. I think it's down at Ken's place, and it had a crystal decanter on it.
Beautiful.
And I sold the crystal decanter when I had a garage sale, and it was a big ugly thing
Yeah.
that was on there. And yeah,
Oh, nice.
that it was lovely. And Alec and I took all the staff that came off my shift to the pub, and
Yep.
we all had a few drinks.
Nice.
And I laughed, you know, we'd had enough, and I said, come on, Alec, we've had enough. I've shouted for them 2 or 3 times, and that's enough. And we were just going back to the car, and there was 2 Maori girls. They were going to have a drink with me to wish me luck, you know, with leaving. So I put $10 in their hand, and I said, go and have a drink there. We've had enough, but you go and have a drink. Do you know what they did? They went and put me in a meat raffle, and I won the. Somebody sent the meat raffle up on the Saturday morning
Oh, there you
that
go.
I'd won. They didn't spend it on themselves with a drink. They went and put my name in a meat raffle.
Oh,
Wasn't that lovely of them?
that's really nice.
Yeah, we buy it. Oh, they're
Mhm.
awful. Some of the bought ones.
Yeah.
I get a potato about
Mhm.
that size,
Yeah.
and I cook it in a little bit of water, just like a potato with a pinch
Yeah.
of salt,
Yeah.
and drain it, mash it. Then I get my sausage meat, and I get the best of sausage meat. I either get, Elsie here. Elsie won't eat pork, being a Seventh-day Adventist, but they get what do you call it? Beef bits.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the I like the pork sausage meat,
Me too.
and I get 4 cloves of garlic, and the fresh garlic,
Yep.
and peel it and chop it very, very fine. It's got to be very fine,
Mm-hmm.
and mix the mashed potato, the
Garlic.
garlic, and the sausage meat, and you've got to have clean hands and really work it in.
Yep.
Work it all. You've got to. I spend about 5 or 10 minutes really bringing it all together,
Okay.
and then I put it on that Pampers pastry
Mhm.
and have my brush with the beaten egg
Yep.
and roll it into little rolls.
Oh.
And I'd get about 8 out of a sheet,
Yep.
and they're delicious with them. You wouldn't know there was. If you
Potato.
told anybody there was potato, they wouldn't believe you. You wouldn't know it was in there. But it gives it that lovely soft bite when you're biting them.
Do you want to whip some up now for us?
I wished I could, because
I want a sausage roll now.
yeah, you'd love one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're bloody awful, the ones they have here. Oh, Scott, you're a wag.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Well, you know who makes really good sausage rolls?
no,
Matt. Matt makes really good sausage
Does he?
rolls. He makes really good sausage rolls.
oh,
But I think he's going to have to put potato in them.
yeah,
We'll make your ones.
yeah, try mine.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah,
I'll send some up. Well, he might end up here. Don't kick the bucket yet.
We'll send him up for a visit. And
but I've never regretted coming over.
No, how could you regret
But
it?
we lived in Townsville for a while and I hated it up there.
Yeah.
We lived in the big house out Bushlands Beach. We were too far out, and we shifted down to Mackay and saw the little unit there,
Mm-hmm.
and got that. But yeah, that's what we did.
And here you are.
And everything, and I said, I'll buy you a little Matchbox car. No, I don't want that, Grandma. And I said, why? You wanted the dog.
Ah,
So we got your little toy,
there we go.
and off we went home.
That's where it started. How
Yeah.
old was I?
You were good.
How old was I?
You trotted around, but you didn't run away and get lost or anything. And Chris never wandered either. But I used to lose Ken a lot
Mm-hmm.
when he was little. He was a bit of a wanderer. They found his bike around the seafront once, and when we had the shop, because I always had people to mind him, and then he nearly got locked in the room where the nurse used to check the babies.
Yeah.
I couldn't find him one day, and I thought, my God,
Yeah.
he could have been locked in the weekend.
Yeah.
And I happened to look through the window, and he was playing with toys on the floor
Oh,
instead of being inside his own gate in the back of the shop.
yeah.
When he went back to Christchurch, he couldn't take much,
Yeah.
in the plane. So he said, I want your wedding photo. So he took the big framed one.
Oh, Chris did.
Yeah,
Okay. What's the other side of this?
yeah.
Nothing?
My son brought that up the other day.
Yeah.
Because I was
Do you want to do that?
really upset. Oh, it
What a
doesn't matter.
shame.
And it was up and down the stairs all the time, and I'd read Ken, and I thought, oh, I can't go through this again.
Yep.
So we sold it. But Ken went down there, and with the earthquake, the big earthquake about 8 years, Matt,
yeah,
the whole block of shops had gone.
Oh.
Everything. He said it was just open air. Open.
Yeah.
Everything's gone.
Oh.
And the earthquake had taken the lot.